If you're feeling not worthy enough, if you can't create abundance, this video will answer you why you can't create abundance. Because this is extremely deep, and I was even surprised when I sort of received this information from space. And I know you will love it absolutely. So let's start. Raphael shared with me today that he never felt really worthy. And because we are working on worthiness, I was giving him some questions, and he said, yeah, my father always said to me that I have to be more qualified, I have to study more. It's like for you, you feel like you have to always study more and you have to do something in order to be worthy to receive, right? To be more like accepted by society and by everybody.
Because for some people, like my father, in this world, if you don't have a degree, if you don't have the qualifications, then you can't be of service or of value to society. Nobody will accept you.
It's like credibility, you know, nobody's gonna listen to you.
Yes. And so I was constantly hearing this from him that I can't live my dream, I can't follow my passions, because I first would have to go study for 6 years, and I didn't want to do that. I just knew that this is not my path.
So people who are teaching, for example, in universities about finances, they never have really good finances in their home, you know. They are very average, maybe below average with their finances. And they think they will teach some other people to become billionaires or millionaires. I don't know.
They teach by the book, you know, and what we really care about is by learning from experience.
So then
That's the school of life.
Yeah. And in this 3D world, we can't even share our gifts until we study like 5 years, because we have to have certificate. Because without certificate, you just are not like recognized as a person who knows something, who understands something, or who is drawn to something and is naturally good at it, because it's just the way it works here.
But that's the problem. If we say this to ourselves, that this is how it works, that's how it goes in this world, then we are subconsciously limiting our creation, our future from happening. We can't manifest our dream life because we have this belief that stops us from getting there. Because we say, I don't have, therefore I can't. But that's just simply a belief that we set for ourselves, that we took over from our parents.
And this is for everybody right now who is not able to cure something because they were told they have incurable disease. Or if you can't make it in today's world, in 3D world, and you can't just qualify yourself to be rich, or you can't create wealth, I received information directly for you. You cannot create wealth in this dimension. You cannot create health in this dimension, in this 3D hardcore dimension. But there is also other dimensions where you can tap in, and where a lot of people already tapped in. So it's not rare that somebody becomes really wealthy or very healthy very suddenly. It's enough if you just switch into this reality and you accept there is something more existing around us than this particular reality. That's why I said to Raphael today, hey, you will never make it in your father's reality. You can't never make it there.
I can't be worthy in that reality.
In that reality, you are never going to be worthy. But then you create your own reality. You create for you the reality where you are worthy. And you are worthy since you were as a frequency, as energy, and who knows how.
Before you were even born, you were already worthy.
Before the before.
Yeah.
You were already worthy, you know. And now we are playing this game where we think we have to even buy land which belongs to everybody twice. For example, you know, we have to pretend like we need schools to heal somebody if somebody is naturally gifted with shamanic you know, powers and so on. They have to go and study and stuff like that. And it's crazy and it's funny at the same time. The consciousness is just playing in there, But once you realize, you can tap into different reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for me, the way I see it is like I am stuck in that three-dimensional reality and I'm trying to be worthy in here and it just doesn't work because I know of all the limitations. I don't have the degree, I don't have the qualification and so on. And that keeps me stuck. I will never be worthy unless I might start to do those things, unless I might go to study, etc. And this goes for many different areas in life, also for health and healing. You have to do the certain steps. But when you just remove yourself out of that tiny little three-dimensional reality and you go beyond that, where you can be worthy, where those limitations no longer exist, and we have to truly set them aside, these limitations, because they will always stop us from getting where we want to go. We need to get into that new reality where the limitations don't exist. I mean, you were telling me how many millionaires are there who have dropped out of school, successful people, famous people, they dropped out of school and they somehow made it. They made it anyways.
Then they didn't make it somehow. They made it extremely better than people who were very good students at school like me. I did everything right. I did everything what was necessary. I have university degree. I worked hard. I obeyed. I said yes to things which you have to say yes to. You know, I had it really nicely aligned in life until something happened.
And you should be ultra successful now.
I
You are
should
like
be.
the perfect example of somebody who is really listening to the advice and you give it your absolute best. Whatever you did, you really did it with the absolute
Yeah.
best at school, everywhere.
And I ended with burnout. I ended very sick. My body didn't want to cooperate with me, and it took very long time until I was even able to really collect myself and do something meaningful. We all are in this kind of like confusion and chaos in here, and we really think and believe that if we do this nose job or if we change something about us, and it's usually unreachable things which we have to change or which we have to reach, and if we even are successful, work so hard and reach them, then we have them, and then we realize that the feeling didn't go away. We realize that we are still in the same reality, the same dimension, you know, and it's really funny. And today it came to me, it's time for you right now. It's really time, you know, it's this fire horse energy in a Chinese calendar, you know, and it's supporting you with this huge energy shifts. And it's really time after even this beautiful full moon. I feel that now the dimensions have to really open more, and it's just enough for you if you open up for this possibility that there is more to life, there is more dimensions we live in. For example, Dr. Joe Dispenza is a guy who basically walks through dimensions. If you feel it, you don't have to ask him about it, you don't have to interview, he doesn't say it anywhere, but you feel it from him, then he knows something. He knows something, and you know he knows. And a lot of people tapped there and they healed, they just changed dimension. For example, Eileen, she traveled in Cancun in an elevator with me, and she was just a regular lady. She tapped into herself, her energy, her dimension, and she grew her rectum back.
Something that is absolutely impossible.
And
But it's impossible in the third dimension. If she believed
yeah.
those doctors, they said, well, you're going to have to live with it for the rest of your life, she wouldn't get there. And what I would love you to do now is to think about an area in your life where you're really struggling, where you want to break through, and it's just taking so long and you can't really break through. What is it? And now try to find the one belief that is holding you back. You can also search 2 or 3, like it was for me. Oh, because I don't have the qualifications, I will never be able to achieve what I want to have. What is it for you? What are those limitations for you? And they might be absolutely logical. They might make total sense. And you have millions of proofs on this planet that it is the truth.
in this 3D.
In this 3D reality. And write them down and then decide to move out of them, move out of
Yeah.
that little third dimensional reality as I
Let
showed
them
you.
go.
Let them go and open up for something bigger. And in that reality, where those limitations don't exist, there it is much easier to be worthy.
I imagine only Eileen how she could talk to her doctor, you know. Her doctor says, in this reality, you are incurable. You just have to learn how to live basically a few steps from the toilet from now on, and this is your life. And maybe Eileen said, it's not my reality you're talking about. I'm gonna grow my rectum back, you know? And she created different reality. How come? Well, how is it possible? I don't get it. You know, because we are going to see more of this. I believe that we are, because we are no longer trusting this dogma and these things which are being presented to us. It's not enough for us. We are much more broad and much more like bigger beings than we think
Oh,
we
yeah.
are.
Oh, yeah.
And we are not alone. We are connected to the frequencies which are guiding us, or somebody could say they are beings or they are information, or it's just guiding us all the time. And you are hearing this video because you know that it's true, that you are being guided and you are not willing to accept there is only one 3D reality, right? And we'll get better in 5D. So if you want to create your life and you are not feeling worthy, maybe it's not necessary to change and still tune into I'm worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy. You can just say, I'm not worthy in this reality. Therefore, I'm creating my own.
Yes.
You can be perceived as a little silly, but who's not? Who is not playful? You can be just thinking about yourself. You're playful, you're open, and you'll be much more happy than those people who are serious
Exactly.
and who are not playful and who are just sad and
And
boring,
logical.
bored. Yeah. So enjoy your playing.
Don't ever forget that you're unlimited. And if you would like to share some more time with us, we also have this video here for you next.